Hi, everyone. It's been a minute since I've been live on YouTube or any other platform, and I wanted to take some time today, and I'll be doing a few different things, giving a few different offerings over the next few days as we round out June in order to celebrate the summer solstice, the beginning of summer, and wanted to just give some offerings for the collective. And today specifically will be a prayer for the collective or prayers for the collective. And I will say some words in prayer. And if anyone has any prayer requests, you're more than welcome to type in the chat any requests that you have. And on your end, too, you can just be praying to activate or to bolster the prayers that I'm saying and to activate your own through the ashe of your voice, of your energy. And you can revisit this prayer at any time because again, time is irrelevant, or at least, we create the construct of time. So past, present, future, always existing in the present. So whatever I say now may be relevant for you at some time in the future, no matter what that time is. So really, it's just moving towards doing those things, pulling up that information that is exciting to you in any given moment to see what reflections, what messages, what support it has to give you. So I'll wait a moment to allow others to join. But for the time being, just breathe, inhaling with peace, exhaling with peace, utilizing whatever technique or process is necessary for you that helps you to ground, to center, and also knowing that no specific technique is required. Just allow your body to do what it knows to do. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just continue breathing. And as you breathe, expanding and extending your awareness throughout into as all of your senses. Everything you're feeling, everything touching you, the ground beneath you, whatever object, piece of furniture that you were sitting on, the air, the wind hitting your body, touching your body. The feel of your clothing against your skin. The texture, the feeling of your clothing as you engage with it, as you touch it. Your vision, your eyes, if open, the information that is being processed by your eyes, every single part of your eyes that function as they do in whatever ways they do to create the projections that your mind then processes. Your eyes if they're closed, and whatever that experience is. Whatever you're perceiving with eyes closed. That again triggers whatever reflection, whatever information that then your mind is processing. Your nose, your sense of smell. The scent of everything around you whether coming from you, outside of you, produced by the various things and beings outside of you, whatever information that is providing to you. Your ears, the sound that is created by the vibration of the relationships within and outside of you. Your various organs, systems, processes that are taking place within you, and the sounds that creates. Everything outside of your physical being that creates a sound. As those things navigate through their various relationships. Your tongue, the taste, tasting the air as you breathe, tasting whatever there was that maybe you were eating before and still the residue of that specific thing is lingering. The taste of anything you are drinking or eating at this moment. The information that it provides, not only to trigger whatever reflection is necessary or that is coming up in your mind, but also to process the nutrients that your body needs or that it can utilize to support you at this time. All the different senses. Intuition. The things you just know on some deep level. The things that are known by your body on some deep level without even thinking about it. No mind activity is necessary for your body to just know whatever it is knowing. And the senses that you have access to in a different way, differently abled than what is considered standard or conventional or maintained by the majority. That is your own experience, your own process. So that is normal and natural for you. In whatever ways you have access to all the senses and all the different organs that allow for those senses to be what they are, honoring them in this moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Just keep breathing, moving through the experience of all the senses. And as we tap into and call upon the technology of prayer, that conversation, whether expressed or experienced out loud and vocalized, if possible, or if relevant, or if needed, or maintained within the thoughts. Vibrating through all the neurons, all the pathways, the intention. Speaking, verbalizing, intending, whatever message, whether it's a message of gratitude, a message of acknowledgement, a conversation, an inquiry, a request for assistance, for support, utilizing that technology of prayer to help us be more of who we are, to strike within our consciousness the remembrance that we have everything that we need within us. And that the reflection outside of us mirrors what's within us. Or at least that's the natural order of things. So when it doesn't happen, or we don't perceive that it's happening, utilizing the technology of prayer to clear, to break through whatever obstacles that we are creating for ourselves, whatever obstacles that we are attaching to that prevent us from seeing it as within, so without, or so outside, as above, so below. It is all here, it is all one. So thank you to the technology of prayer for being available to us, to utilize to be more of who we are, to utilize to commune with the divinity within us, and therefore the divinity outside of us. Whatever and whomever you pray to, whether it is aspects of yourself, your higher self, future self, present self, past versions of yourself that still exist, or you are conversing with ancestors, those on your maternal line, your paternal line, the collective ancestors, our non-human ancestors, everything and everyone that came before us, that paved a way, that are still here holding space. Future generations whom we hold space for and who hold space for us as well. We pray to deities, energies, beings, spirits. Whether you pray to the all that is, God, Olodumare, by all the different names that we refer to it across all languages, across all traditions, across all perspectives, across all ways of knowing, having that conversation. So I give gratitude as I continue this prayer. Give gratitude to our higher selves for choosing to be here in this life, at this time, in the bodies that we're in the circumstances and situations that are occurring in the various places that we find ourselves in, that we move to, that we are born into, that we traverse. Gratitude to the higher self for making those choices that support our spirits and experiencing what our spirits came to experience in the flesh. Honoring, acknowledging, welcoming, and conversing with our ancestors. Thank you to the choices you made, the sacrifices you made, everything you did in order for us to be here. The lives you lived, the prayers you said out loud or silently within yourselves. May we align with the prayers that are in alignment with our highest good, our joy, our peace. And may we pay it forward and pray it forward into our future generations so that they can utilize the technology of prayer as a way to proclaim that they know they are grounded in the awareness that they get to be who they are. Acknowledging, praying with, praying to, praying as, the directions, all of the directions, whatever direction there is for us to move into at any given point, starting at any point and moving in whatever direction, at whatever angle, at whatever speed, with whatever intention. May we always move in the direction of our preference. Acknowledging, sending a prayer to, conversing with the elements and elementals, They're varying in various energies across dimensions. May our prayers meet, collide with, engage with the various elements and elementals, and receive support from those beings, those energies, and carried, burned through, swept through, grounded into all the different things that are necessary in order to amplify those prayers. Gratitude, praying to, praying as, praying for the beings in the plant, mineral, and animal kingdoms. May we see your existence as prayers in and of themselves, because you are what you are fully. And that expression is a conversation to existence, which is a prayer. Thank you for your reflection. Praying to, praying as, praying for, praying with the earth, Aye, Terra, Pachamama, all the different names that this beautiful globe that we get to be on is called. Everything outside of this beautiful earth, the multiverse, the universe, existence, all of life, all of being, all of consciousness. May the prayers that we utter, that we speak, may we remember that they are reverberating throughout the entirety of existence, continuing forever, having started even before we uttered the words, moving forwards, backwards, upwards, downwards, all around, throughout all of time and space. So much gratitude. And on this day that contains various energies, various reflections, various understandings and ideas, depending on each individual person and various collectives, given their understanding of this earth, of this life, of the cosmos, the things that were repeated throughout history, throughout time, and solidified into the ideas of culture, practice, belief systems. I honor the belief system, the practice, the entity, the energy of Ifa. And in the Ifa calendar today is the day that we honor Shango and Oya. Shango, Kawo, Kabesi Shango. Oya Yansa, Hepai Oya. Shango, the energy of illumination, a fire of light, awareness, leadership, dignity, standing tall, standing in your power, a warrior. Male energy and virility, sensuality and sexuality from a balanced masculine perspective. Lover of the drums, lover of dance, of the festivities, engaging with life from that zest, that zeal. Thank you to the energy of Shango, as Shango is to itself, himself, their selves. And the various reflections that are similar, correlated, overlapping with Shango across language, across culture. I pray for illumination for the collective. I pray that each individual receive the insight, the sudden insight, the immediate insight that is necessary in order to identify those things that are not vibrationally in alignment with them. Those things that they're utilizing, they bought into, that keep them stuck. That keep them from seeing their full potential, that keep them from seeing avenues towards more peace and more joy, that prevent them from gaining an understanding of themselves and the world, that help them navigate themselves and these worlds with more groundedness. I pray for that illumination. I pray for that fire that burns through, that alchemizes, that transforms, shifting things from one thing to a completely different thing. And that fire move through whatever it needs to move through to create that change. I pray for our leaders, the leaders at all levels. I pray that they maintain balance, centering, integrity. I pray that those who have moved away from integrity, that they find their way back, that they receive whatever reflection is necessary in order to remember at a core level connection, wholeness, the beauty of making decisions, of leading in a way that serves the collective good. I pray that our leaders are fortified spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, as we know that any imbalance in any of those areas creates disharmony within and without. I pray for balance for them, for healing for them in whatever ways they need. I pray that we select those leaders who are in true alignment with the collective good, foregoing the behavior of selecting leaders that only support specific interests that have nothing to do with the collective good, foregoing choosing leaders who on the surface appear to know what they're doing, but who truly don't. I pray for the wisdom, the understanding of the collective to choose proper leaders. I pray for the healing of the leadership energy in all peoples. We are all a little bit of everything. In whatever ways each individual person is required to lead, whether just themselves, whether just their families, and it's not a just, whether themselves, whether their families, whether smaller community units, whether larger community units, whether on a national level, whether on a global level. At whatever level each individual is to express their leadership, I ask for solidification, for grounding, for healing, for coherence of that energy within each person. And as we shift that energy within each individual, that has a ripple effect to allow for the change of our systems, because we are our governments. They are a reflection of us. So may our reflection at a micro level be that we prefer, so that we shift ourselves into dimensions of this earth that are more in alignment with what we say we prefer. I pray for masculine energy expressed in male persons, those that identify as male persons, expressed in all persons, regardless of how they identify. Pray for the balance, the healing, the clearing of the masculine, the reemergence of the masculine that has integrity, that holds space, that leads with dignity, with care, with compassion, that nurtures. That sees things from a higher perspective, that paves the way, that leads the way, that opens the door for the female energy, the feminine energy. providing that stable, grounded container so that the mystery, the chaos, the creative energy that is the feminine, that is a female, can have a place to ground itself, to interacting with each other, supporting each other, creating that ultimate balance. I pray that the integral, solid, masculine rise up. I pray that we support our men, our boys, those that identify as such. I pray that we provide them with the space and the holding that they need to release whatever pain, grief, confusion that is there because our societies have fostered that energy. Societies before us have fostered that energy. Societies before us have allowed for the imbalance, have allowed for all the things that they've allowed for. That don't support our males, our boys, our men. May we create spaces for them to be who they truly are, whatever that looks like, without fear, without judgment. May the male energy, the masculine energy within female persons, female identified persons, be balanced, be healed. May none of us perform this idea of masculinity, maleness, from a place of corruption, from a place of misalignment, from a place of anxiety, from a place of grasping at the ideas of power. May we shift our understanding of what true power is, and therefore inhabit, stand within, move as the powers that we all came here to be, that we are. May we hold our heads high, walk in dignity, move in dignity, work in dignity, engage with each other with dignity. Thank you, Shango. Thank you to the energies that are similar to, correlated with, aligned with that Shango energy. Thank you, Oya, the energy of transformation, the winds of change, soft winds, hard winds, transformative winds either way, fast winds, slow winds, transformative winds either way, that gently move things or that fiercely uproot things either way, powerful. Thank you for the transformation that we are constantly in. Every moment we're transforming as you take a breath in and you exhale. That is a transformation. That is life and death in that cycle that we move through at every single moment of every single day. Thank you, Oya. Thank you for your balance of divine feminine, divine masculine, and your courageous energy moving through all the energies of you as need be in order to allow for whatever needs to be allowed for, in order to move the energy as needed to be moved. You break through fear, move through obstacles in order to get the job done. To uproot what is not necessary. Thank you for your beauty, for your sensuality, for your softness. Thank you for supporting, caring for advocating for our ancestors, advocating for those who came before, whose lives and all the transformations that they experience at every given moment pave the way for the transformations that we get to experience as we are. Thank you, Oya, for the reminder of the importance of ancestors. May we seek the support of ancestors as we move through the transformations that we're moving through. May we surrender. May we remember that holding tight, that being stringent, that being rigid, that being fixated on any one specific way of being does not support us. That we go against the flow. May we surrender and let go and ride the winds like the butterflies do. Ride the winds like the butterflies do, trusting, absolute trust that even with their frail bodies, absolutely delicate beings, they trust, they let go, they surrender to the winds, knowing that the winds will take them wherever they need to go. May we be like the butterflies, trusting, riding the winds, moving about from object to object, gaining whatever lessons that we get to gain from everywhere we land. May we not make choices from this place of a fear of death, whether that's a metaphorical death, a physical and actual death, emotional death, death of past selves, past beliefs, past ideas. May our inability to practice or to process and to really be with death, may that be put to ease. May we be reminded that we are eternal beings. Our spirits are eternal. And while we get to do whatever we get to do to ensure or to carve a path or open the doors to long life, physical long life, we surrender to the destinies that we've chosen, the experiences that we came here to have. And we ask for the ability to move through all of that with joy, with understanding, with peace. Peace in knowing that when it is our time to leave the physical plane, that all there is a transformation into the next version of ourselves. And that there's nothing to fear. Birth and death are all part of life. It is all one cycle, one thing. Thank you, Oya, for your constant reminders. Thank you for being everywhere. We can't see you. We can't see the wind, but we see the effect of your presence in the subtle ways, in the not so subtle ways. May this be a reminder too for us that as we do the things that we do in alignment with our joy, our peace, our power, our visibility is great and can be preferred. The effects of our lives are always felt. We are having an impact at any and every given moment, a profound impact on everything and everyone on this earth. And so may we not be attached to or have anxiety about the idea of making an impact. There's nothing we need to do to force making an impact. We are having an impact just by being. Thank you, Oya, for that reminder. Thank you, Oya, for connection. For the connection that occurs through transformation, the disconnection, then the connection, disconnecting, uprooting, removing, to allow for deeper, greater, better connection. Thank you to the summer solstice. Thank you to summer for arriving on this hemisphere. Thank you to the rays of the sun, the warmth of the sun, the purification of the sun, the nutrient providing energy of the sun. And as the sun hits our different parts of the body, may whatever alchemy needs to happen physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically happen. May we get out of the way. May we shine. May we be our brilliant selves. May we step outside and connect. Connecting with others for the sake of connecting with others and connecting with others as a way to be more of who we are. It is through the reflection that we receive from others that we are reminded of what we prefer, what we don't prefer, who we are versus who we imagine we are. May we ground into the understanding of who we truly are and have the courage to live our lives as such. Thank you to fire, to warmth, to heat, sending warmth to those individuals and those places who are experiencing coldness in ways that are not preferred, and sending coolness to heat that is out of balance, to fire that is not necessary, sending cool energy, sending the energy of balance in general. We have the courage to step into who we truly are, to take decisive acts in order to be more of who we prefer to be. And if who we say we prefer to be doesn't actually line up with reality, of actuality, may that be illuminated for us. And may we course correct in whatever ways we need to in order to come back into alignment. May anything that has been hidden be exposed as necessary in order for healing to take place. Thank you for warmth. I ask for warmth, warmth of heart. May we be warm to others. May others be warm to us. May we return to a warmth as we engage with ourselves, with each other, a care, a love, a concern, a compassion, a grace. May we extend our hearts to others. May we open and expand our hearts, opening them wide, extending them far. May we come from heart. May we come from heart. May our hearts and our heads be balanced. May the head protect the heart. May the heart protect the head. May the head hold space for the heart. May the heart hold space for the head. May we navigate between and through and from the two with balance. Balance. With balance. With balance. May we be clear. May we be clear. May we be clear. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and to say this prayer, to extend this prayer, to receive this prayer even as I'm speaking this prayer, receiving it on all levels of my being, through all the different parts of me that experience themselves through the various senses. Thank you. And so it is. And so it has always been. And so it always will be. Here, now, forever. Thank you. Ashe. Madukbe, Modukbe. I'm grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for joining me for this collective prayer. Please return to it as often as you need to, whether in its entirety, in pieces. Please share with anyone who needs this prayer. And join me on Monday for, what am I doing on Monday? Again, like I mentioned, I have a few offerings to continue the celebration of summer solstice. So this coming Monday, I'm checking the schedule for what I said I would do. So Monday, June 26th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'll do a collective reading. So pulling up some messages through whatever tools present themselves to me on that day to utilize to extract, to hone into, to align with whatever information is coming through that I can share for the collective at this time. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining me for this collective prayer. And I pray that you enjoy the rest of your day. I pray that you are able to receive, extract, be in the sweetness, no matter what is going on. And I pray that you are well.